Welcome to the last game on track 2 of Flat Track Fever 2025 for Saturday. Skating in green, we have Team Northern BC. We got, where's my roster? There we go. Number 1-1, Trauma. 1-1-4, General Discomfort. 1-3-6, The Wheel Deal. 1-4-4, Angry. 2-7, Amy Grindhouse. 3-3, DeBow. 3-6-3, General Carnage. 4, Are You Ready? 4-0, Lashes. 5-1, Roller Square. 5-2, Pandemonia. 7-8, Left Hook Lola. 9, Misfortunate. 95, Nandycorn. And 9-6, Wheelie Strong. Skating in white for Team Ontario, we got 0, Robbins. 0-4-2, Writer's Block. 1-0-0, Beef Papa. 1-0-7-0, Pyromagniac. 1-2-7, Lunatic. 1-6-3-1-3, Waghorn. 1-8-1-2, Nerdy Birdie. 2-0, Hayton McRath. 2-6-6, Smashin' Good Time. 2-7, Saul Good. 3, Biggie. 3-1, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. 3-1-6, Firewalker. 3-3-3, Poison Evie. And 5-0-5, Sari Not Sorry. Your skating officials for this game are Scary, T Rebelmaker, Intervener, Shenanigans, Squid Vicious, Pete in the Pool, and Mansplainer Mac. Your non-skating officials for this game are Stitch Whipper, Summer Flings, Powder Blue, someone who will be NSOing their 200th game this weekend, Lizard Beth. It says Nailbender, but I think I saw Nailbender on the other track. Birdie, Babe, and Murderous Muffin. And some of those people I mentioned are not here. I believe they are on the other track. And with that, it is time for Derby. Starting on line, we have Misfortunate going up against Nerdy Birdie. Nerdy Birdie gets through and gets lead jam. Misfortunate is now taking the star off. And Nerdy Birdie spins around on the inside and is on a power jam now as Misfortunate has been sent to the Genuine penalty box. Team Ontario going to full offense. Birdie coming around and scores another 4 to put the Team Ontario at 8. Gets a signal from Apocalypse in here in the corner to keep going. And just knocked out. Cycled back a little bit, didn't have to go back too far. Yeah, we got Smashing Good Time in there, smashing it up and making some space for Birdie. I believe that might have been General Carnage that went down there. Heavy, but Gabe able to get back up. Pyromagnia makes some space for Birdie, but not quite enough to get all the way through. And Birdie just says, I'm just going to call this. There was 11 seconds left in that jam, so it was right near the end of it. Puts up a total of 16. And Team Ontario jumps up to a 16-0 lead. Are you ready? Going to be going up against Beef Papa. Both jammers are looking for that space. Are you ready? Has been pretty successful this weekend. And not quite able to stay in, but able to keep their feet in. And that's a low block call on Are You Ready? So when you fall, it is your responsibility to get out of the way. And Arya had not yet secured lead jam status, so that means Beef Papa now has lead jam. Trying to get their way through and just has to get past Lashes. Are You Ready is back out and now has finished their initial pass. Yeah, and Beef Papa calls off that jam. They were able to get the full 4, but just ended up getting cycled back to the back of the pack and had to go through it all again. Poison Evie going up against Nandy Corn. Evie held back. That is a roller square working on them. And they have taken an illegal contact. That is going to put Nandy Corn on a power jam. And they are able to secure lead. Chance for Team Northern BC to put some points on the board now. Pack is moving fast. Northern BC holding up. Letting Nandy Corn do some work to push that pack as far as possible. And they put up their first 4 points for Team Northern BC. Pack is still moving at a pretty decent pace. And Nandy calls that off just as they were calling it off. Roller Square was going off for a forearm call. Lunatic now going to be jamming for Team Ontario, and that is going to be really strong for Team Northern BC. And we are back. It is Lunatic stretching that pack as much as possible. Gets through but falls. Really strong, almost made it through, but took a big hit there as they were falling. General Carnage signaling to pass the star. Really strong fighting to stay up and stay in. And do get that star pass to General Carnage. And Lunatic calls that jam off before General Carnage has a chance to get around to score any points. You were able to put up 4, so our score now is 24-6. Nerdy Birdie going to be jammer for Team Ontario. Left hook Lola for Team Northern BC. QR code. Lethal Lola is now going off. That's going to put Power Jam for Nerdy Birdie. Don't forget, after this game, before the end of the tournament, you can get your vote in for the Flat Track Fever 2025 Tournament MVP. 1 entry per person. Pick any skater that you're watching here today, and we're impressed with their moves. It's just an overall MVP, not necessarily a most valuable jammer, most valuable blocker. Someone you enjoyed watching this weekend. Nerdy Birdie keeps going around. I do believe, are they available to do this online as well on the Flat Track Fever website? Peacemaker? Is this available on the Flat Track Fever for those online that have been watching the game? We think it is online. Should be on the Flat Track Fever 2025 Facebook page. For those here in attendance, it is at the entrances of both rings. Nerdy Birdie stretching this pack out. A little bit of stumble by Pandemonia opens that up. Lola went for a little jammer on jammer action and missed that hit. That jam comes to its end. Birdie able to put up 16 to bring Team Ontario to 40. Team Northern BC to 6. Beef Papa now jamming for Team Ontario, and Misfortunate, who's quickly out on the outside, gets lead jam. I believe that is Team Northern BC's first lead jam. I'll be able to check after this. Oh, Peacemaker. Want to hear something funny? Green does not show up on the screen because it's green screen. So when I go penalties, anything that's green on the Team Northern BC is washed out. I just noticed it at the beginning of the game. Like, here, check it out. So I'll pull up the roster. So this is Team Ontario. I'll pull penalties for Team 1. So that's all green.
Yep.
None of it shows up.
Yep.
The numbers don't show up either. Like all of this.
No, I see.
All of that doesn't show up.
Yep.
Looks like we got an official timeout. It was pretty convenient that I was showing the penalties right at that time. So just to confirm, no one in penalty trouble close or even close on Team Northern BC. No one even has 2 yet. Team Ontario, just a couple. Pretty quick moving game so far. Yeah, like even Team Ontario's symbol all disappears.
I don't have the ability to do anything about that.
No. I think I might, but I'm not 100% sure. And with that whistle, our timeout is over. I think that might have been Team Northern BC. Lining up on our Trail Appliances jam line is Are You Ready? And I believe That is Poison Evie. And Arya Ready is through. Looking for some jammer action. But Poison Evie's just does a quick little dip around. Chasing Arya. Doing a little bit of drafting. The pack is moving fast. And Poison Evie is through. And Arya calls it off. Arya was able to get past 3 blockers, so they did get 3 points. That was 4 for Poison Evie. Makes the score now 44-17. Nandy Corn going to be jamming now again for Team BC. And Lunatic for Team Ontario. Both jammers trying to push their way. And Nandy Torn gets through. Looks like that is a procedural call on Sorry Not Sorry. Nandy Corn skates into the pack, gets past a couple skaters and calls off that jam. They're able to put up 2-0. Nerdy Birdie going to be jamming for Team Ontario against Wheelie Strong. Our jam has started. Nerdy Birdie drags Wheelie Strong back. Gets knocked out and cycled back themselves. Looks like that is a penalty to Roller Square. And now Smashing Good Time is headed to the Genuine penalty box. Birdie told to keep skating. Roller Square comes back and joins the pack. Starts pushing people around. Nerdy Birdie is making their pass. Shoving their hips past to try and score some points. And calls that off. Total of 7 points for Team Ontario, 4 for Northern BC. Brings your score to 51-23 with just under 50 minutes now left in the half. They're now in the second half of the first half. Beef Papa going to be going up against Left Hook Lola. Both jammers are pushing on that pack to try and get through. Left Hook thought they had a lane, but got taken away there at the last minute. Looks like that is a multiplayer penalty now to Lunatic. Nope, it's all good. I didn't hear one before that 2-7. And then Lunatic is through on the outside. Or left hook. Able to secure a lead. Hoping to eat into some of this Team Ontario lead. Gets taken out by a phantom blocker at that corner and slides. Beef Bob has finished their initial pass. Bench yells for left hook to call it, and they do. They were able to pick up 3 to bring the score to 26-51. We now got Misfortunate. Jamming against. That's a high block to Roller Square. Coming down hard. That is Poison Evie. Misfortunate telling Team BC to get to the front. Calls off that jam. Team Ontario did be able to sneak 2 points in. That means they got past the hips of one person. And because Roller Square was in the box, they got the point for them. Are you ready? Jamming against Lunatic. Aria spins around on the inside. Looks like that is a forearm call on Lunatic. That puts Aria on a power jam. Really hoping to eat into this lead now. What's up? Is it halftime there? Already did that. Already did that. Yeah, I did. It's written right on my notes. Looks at 200 games this weekend. Peacemaker told me. Oh, well, we can announce it again. They did not bring her cake yet, no. Are you ready on this power jam? Is really eating this lead. They've put up 8 so far, looking for more. Just has to get past a couple more skaters and does. Now sitting at 12. Aria gets through for another 4 at 16 now. I believe that is the highest scoring jam of this game. And now 20 points for Are You Ready? Enough points they might be able to sneak a few more in to close this out. And they get 4 more to cap it at 24. Brings their score to 51-43. And just like that, one jam. That 26-point lead disappears, and now it's only 2. Now, looks like we're going to be having an official review. Team Northern BC, while this is happening, let's give a quick scan at our penalties. Team Ontario, Firewalker sitting at 2. A couple more players at 1. Nothing to really worry about. Oh, I didn't realize it popped up right away. And then we got That was Team Ontario. Team 1. Team Northern BC, Roller Square sitting at 3. Everyone else, a couple ones when no one else is in trouble. And let's just give a quick scan at the points by jam. Fancy little thing we got. You can see it was pretty close. Nothing too huge scoring until that last jam. There are 2 16s there for Team Ontario. Team Northern BC's been on a streak. They've secured lead jam in 6 of the last 7 jams. Hoping to eat into this lead, which they have. Everything looks a little weird because Team Northern BC's roster is in green. So when I pull up the screen, you don't see anything. 3 people to announce. And the officials have made their decision. And it looks like a cut penalty was assessed to Are You Ready at the end of that jam. You take this one too. I don't know which one this is hooked up. I don't know which one this is hooked up to. I think it's hooked up. Let me check. Oh, this one's got no juice. It doesn't have batteries. I don't know how far. It's off right now. I can turn it on. So Beef Papa able to take advantage of this power jam with Are You Ready in the box. Secures lead. Try to change Team Ontario's fortune here halfway through this half. They had a big lead. Beef Papa trying to open it back up. Are You Ready's out of the box and ready to start trying to get some points. Finishes their initial pass. Beef Papa scores another 4 to bring their total to 8 this jam and calls it off. Trying to restore some of that lead to now 61 to 51. If he's available. There's like a weird echo on the YouTube. There's a weird echo on the YouTube feed. Nandy Corn going his Nerdy Birdie. Nerdy Birdie has secured lead jam. I just heard that echo. I don't know how to get rid of that echo, unfortunately. But we're going to get someone on it to try and figure it out. We now have a star pass. Nandy Corn has passed the star off, so now General Carnage is your jammer of record. And Nerdy Birdie calls it off. It'll put up 7 total on that jam. Trying to restore that 26-point lead that they had. They're now at 68 to 51. 17 points. Really strong jamming for Team Northern BC. And Wheelie Strong gets lead. Oh, looks like that was a high block assist to Poison Evie. Wheelie Strong on a power jam. Working on that Team Ontario tripod. Comes out. Roller Square trying to give some help. And Wheelie Strong gets 2 for 4. Looks like we have a penalty assist to Robbins. Once this jam ends, I'm going to try changing mics because they're getting a bit of a reverb on the YouTube feed, so I'm going to try and see if the other mic gets rid of that. And I'm back. Start of this jam will be Beef Papa taking on Left Hook Lola. Sounds like we still got that weird echo. Sorry to those watching on YouTube. We'll try and get that sorted out by half. Left Hook pushing on that pack, trying to get through. Bull Jammer's fighting it. Beef Papa just has 2 blockers to get through. That 2 becomes 3 as General Carnage comes out of the box. Beef Papa knocked out, but able to get back in before General Carnage can cycle them back. Left Hook lost their star, had to pick it back up. So we got a forearm penalty to General Carnage. Sorry about the echo on YouTube. I tried changing mics. It's still happening. I'm hoping at halftime in 4 minutes here we get one of our tech people to figure it out. Beef Papa told to keep skating. Split up 4. Total of 8 so far on this jam. Now 12. And 16 now for Beef Papa. Hoping to hit that 20. We now have a star pass. And that jam comes to its natural conclusion. Beef Papa able to put up 20. Brings the score to 88 to 59. 29-point lead. Part of the problem now is that there's a weird echo. No, this is a YouTube feed. So we got Nerdy Birdie jamming against Misfortunate. It's been like that the whole game, so I gotta try and find Dev at the halftime to get that microphone sorted out. Oh, we got a high block assist on Misfortunate. I missed to see if they established lead before. We shall see. Nerdy Birdie just has one more blocker to get past. Does. Able to get past. That was general discomfort And they actually drew a low block penalty when they knocked General. Oh no, that's angry. They'll draw a low block penalty on that. And now a cut is assessed to misfortunate. And Nerdy Birdie, knocked over, but able to stay in bounds. Spin around on the outside line. There's So, if you listen, Nerdy Birdie's coming around looking for some more points. And they have scored 4 more, puts them at 12 for this jam. That echo's been the whole game. And now we've got Nerdy Birdie still fighting. No, do that first. It's almost halftime. 47 seconds left. We got time for one more jam before half. Team Ontario will put up 16, puts them over that century mark to 104. They'll score 104 to 59. 45-point lead. We will get one more jam in here before the half. And it looks like we are going to have an official review. It's just going to be a timeout here. No official review. I see the signal for official review. Team Northern BC is calling for an official review. Oh, they turned an official review into timeout. So each team gets one timeout per half, or one official review for half, but 3 timeouts for the game. So rather than use a timeout, Team Northern BC opted to use their official review just to call a timeout. Catch their breath a little bit before this last jam. Really hoping to close this gap. Lunatic will be the jammer on record for Team Ontario when they come out. Going into this half, your penalties for Team Northern BC are standing there. Beef Papa is going to be your jammer now on record against Are You Ready? And Are You Ready quickly throw on the outside. Hoping for another 24-0 jam. Beef Papa able to stay in bounds. And that did not look good bouncing across the track. That almost looked like a cushion. That jam is called. And we are at halftime. We'll see everyone back here. We want to transition that?
All right. Thank you very much, Ash. Before we go, hi. My name is Phil Hollywood. I'm your tournament head, and so hope you're having a great flat track fever today. All right. Now we got a few acknowledgements this weekend. I'll get us started off first. A longtime friend of Flat Track Fever is celebrating a significant milestone with us this weekend. Over at the scores table, Elizabeth this weekend going to be officiating 200 games. 200 games. So stand up, Elizabeth, stand up. Stand up. Elizabeth, stand up. Stand up. Yep, that's right. That's right. Celebrating 200 games with us this afternoon. Now, it's tradition that they get a wow and a nod, but I think we can do it a little step better. So at the count of 3, I want us all to say wow, and then we'll give a simultaneous head nod. Will be like the world record for the biggest head nod ever, okay? So on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow! And nod. All right. Congratulations, Elizabeth. Thank you.
Before you go anywhere, we've got a couple more mentions. Who here knows our prestigious photographer, Fatal Fantasy? This would be her 250th recorded game being photographed today. On the count of 3, can I please get a cheese from everybody in the room? 1, 2, 3. And one more person. Birdie, where are you? Birdie! Birdie! How many birdies is there? This is Birdie's 100th game today. We couldn't do it without our dedicated NSOs, without our dedicated skating officials, and of course our photographers. So we just wanted to say a big thank you from all of us to all of you. And there's cake! We want cake! It's gonna be next door!
And we're back. I do believe, I'm hoping I got rid of that nasty echo that was happening earlier. Nope, we sure didn't. Sorry, gang. It was promising. Going into the second half, Team Ontario was winning 104 to 63, 41 points. 30 seconds now. Misfortunate to be starting this jam against Lunatic. Unfortunately, I'm not sure where that feedback's coming from. I was checking everywhere. That is a penalty now going to 27. That is Amy Grindhouse. Headed to the box for Team Northern BC. And Lunatic stopped that as General Carnage stopped them dead in their tracks. They scored the 4 and called it off. Also able to freeze Amy Grindhouse in the box. Are you ready now coming out? Going to be jamming for Northern BC and Nerdy Birdie. They are fighting to get through. And Are You Ready is through and scores lead. Birdie gets through. General Carnage calling for the team to slow down, break that no pack. Arya comes up, scores a couple points, 1, and calls it off. Oh, no. Well, they're discussing how many points they got. Looks like Arya was inbounds, so they did get 1 point. You need to confirm you have to be inbounds in order to score points for someone. Nandy Corn now in Beef Papa. Nandy Corn in green, Beef Papa in white. And Beef Papa is through and secures lead. Team Ontario hoping to really put this game away. We got a 45-point lead. But as you saw earlier with that 24-point jam by Are You Ready, that lead can evaporate fast. Beef Papa spun around there by Roller Square, able to stay up, scores 4. Nandicorn, I do believe, is still on their initial pass. Let's take the star off. Gets through. Beef Papa's back through to score some more points. Calls off that jam. Did they call it off too late? Nope. They did it in time, so Nandicorn was not able to score any points. Beef Papa able to put up 8. Score 64 to 117. My favorite little, and we got the points per jam, so you can see how things have been going for. And Lunatic was almost through on the inside. Couldn't quite make it. Wheelie Strong there pushing on that tripod. Trying to get through. A little bit of help there from Amy Grindhouse. And Lunatic gets through and just gets past General Carnage. Secures lead again for Ontario. Cycle back a bit. And it looks like Angry is going off. Angry has taken a procedural penalty. Lunatic knocked over. Calls a jam from their back. You don't have to be standing in inbounds in order to call a jam. You need to be standing in inbounds in order to score points, though. Team North BC was able to sneak 1 point in on that jam, so we got a score 65 to 120. 55 points now separating these two teams. Are You Ready going up against Nerdy Birdie? Really hoping to eat into this lead. Both jammers looking for a way through this pack. Are You Ready to cycle back? Excellent work there by the Team Ontario blockers, holding them at the back of the pack, but they managed to get through. But Nerdy Birdie is right behind them. They're getting the signal from the bench. A nice hop on the inside. Arya wasn't able to score any points because Team BC was all at the back of the pack there. Nerdy Birdie was able to put up a full 4. And pack takes off as the jam starts as well. Beef Papa against left hook Lola. And Lola gets lead. I don't know if they prefer left hook or Lola, so. And we got a penalty assessed to General Carnage, a forearm. Lola fighting on that pack is on their scoring pass. Beef Papa, I believe, is still in their initial pass. And I can tell from easy break signal here in the corner on third base that they are on their first pass. Beef Papa finally gets through. knocked down. Calls off that jam. Was able to get the full 4 before they did. Brings Northern North BC scored a 69. Nice. To 124 for Team Ontario. I think that's the first time the score's been 69. This was my first chance to say that all weekend. And we got an official timeout. Everyone going to get their ducks in a row while that timeout is happening. Let's see what we got for penalties. We're looking for that orange. That orange means that they are in penalty trouble here on the scoreboard. No one really in trouble there. Team Ontario have been playing a pretty good game so far. No one even has 3 penalties yet for them. It's always surprising when you see like Beef Papa has 0 penalties. You don't normally see that for jammers after a period 1.5. Willie Strong and Andy Corden, no penalties. Solid for jammers. Usually you see a jammer takes at least a cut penalty somewhere in there. Officials have sorted out all their ducks. Actually, all the ducks are on the other track, as is the shenanigans game going on right now on track 1. Wheel deal. He's starting this jam in the box. So it looks like a penalty was assessed at the end there. And that is a cut penalty to Misfortunate that was called. You didn't hear it for the first little bit there. Poison Evie looking to make some hay, score some points. Spinning around on the outside, able to stay up and inbounds. Puts up 4. Now comes back around. Liked it so much they did it again. Bump, spin, and keep going. And now they go to go for the inside for another 4 points. This Power Jam put up 12 while Misfortunate was in the box. Poison Evie looking for more now. Looking for 16 there at the stretching that pack end. Got a no pack call out of play. We now have your star pass. Points and call. Spin around. Was able to sneak one more in there before the end. Puts up 17, makes the score 69 to 41. 72 points. Really hoping to open this up even more. And we're back. This time is going to be Nandy Corn and Nerdy Birdie. Nandy Corn pushed on the front of that pack. Able to get through and secure lead. All of your skaters come around. Oh, Birdie almost able to stay in bounds, but got knocked out. Oh, and that was some chase given by Waghorn to Nandy Corn, but couldn't catch him. We got Amy Grindhouse now going for destruction penalty. Nandy Corn hoping to get more points. Birdie cycled all the way back. That is lashes making them skate all the way back there. have a star pass. And now Hollywood 3 Season of the Witch has now taken the star for Team Ontario. It just rolls off the tongue. Halloween cycled back. Excellent defense here. That is Roller Square Lashes and Amy Grindhouse working those jammers for Team Ontario. Nandy Corn comes back up for more, looking for more points. They've eaten into this lead a little bit. 12 seconds left in the jam. They opt to call it off. They were able to get another 3 before that jam ended. Brings them to 80. 80 to 141. 18 minutes we got left and a 61-point deficit for Team Northern BC against Team Ontario. Beef Papa coming out against Wheelie Strong. Beef Papa trying to get Team Ontario back on the good side. And they spin around and do. Able to squeeze past General Discomfort. Wheelie Strong is knocked out there on the outside corner. Has to cycle back to the jam line. That jam line sponsored by Trail Appliances. Beef Papa fights her way through for 4. Now coming back around for their next scoring pass. Bodies falling, that's Pandemonia. Able to get back up. Beef Papa gets a whip off of 1070. That is Pyro Magniac. Help a Beef Papa out with the whip off their jersey. Beef Papa through on the inside for 4. More to put it at 12 for this jam. Beef Papa says, I want more. Beef Papa fighting there. There's some solid D. Finally stopped cold by Team Northern BC. But no, they are able to push their way through. Nice little spin. Scoring 16 for this jam now. Almost halfway through the second half. And another 4 for 20. And that jam comes to its natural conclusion. Team Ontario now doubled up +1, 161 to 80. A quick glance at the points for jam here before this next jam starts. You can see Team Ontario had a strong end to that first half. Since Ari Reddy's big jam and now have taken control. Ari got that jam, that score close, and Ontario just took over from there. Both jammers threw at the same time pretty much. Misfortune just one step ahead. And able to secure lead. Misfortunate. Gets the signal from Easy Break to keep going. And Lunatics through for 4. Misfortunate scores there 4 and calls off that jam. Looks like that is Lashes in the box now for a forearm. Hopefully everyone watching online has gone to the Flat Track Fever Facebook page, found the code to vote for the Flat Track Fever Tournament MVP. That is Poison Evie putting their hands behind their back to make sure they don't get that forearm call. Pushing on that pack and Skiers lead. Are you ready? Comes through. Ducks. Takes a cut. That's going to put a power jam. Are you ready? Big opportunity for Are You Ready to eat into this lead. We got a destruction penalty there on Lashes. Are You Ready trying to take advantage of this power jam, but is held solid there. That's Pyromaniac, Robbins, Biggie, and smashing good time. They do get through. But during that 3 seconds, they were only able to put up 4 points. Evie comes out of the box and scores 4 because they did finish their initial pass and now are on scoring passes. Some bodies fall, including the jammer. Are you ready? And Evie sneaks through while Arya's down. Looking to put up more. Jump on the apex. That was an illegal contact penalty. That jam comes to its natural conclusion. That was trauma with that illegal contact penalty. And we got an official timeout. Well, that official timeout's going. Let's take a scan at the penalties so far this game. That is your penalties for Team Northern BC. No one in the orange yet. Orange means 5 and is bad. Team Ontario, pretty clean, not a lot of penalties on anyone. Close to be Poison Evie with 3. Points per jam. Team Ontario with a couple big ones there. 20 and a 17. They've been switching between big jams between each other. The last little bit here. 12 minutes left. And Nerdy Birdie gets through and gets lead jam. We have a start pass to General Carnage, who is now your jammer for Team Northern BC. Birdie through, hops past, gets 4, calls off that jam quick. $95 to $180, 85 points. Team Ontario opening up just a little bit of lead here or there. Beef Papa pushing on that pack that is Lashes. And that's a multiplayer on Lashes. Oh, maybe even equipment because I see Lashes' helmet was undone there. Yeah, that was multiplayer penalty. Beef Papa calls off that jam. This jam will start with Lashes and Riders block in the box. Lashes for Northern BC and Riders block for Team Ontario. We got another official timeout. I think I know what that penalty that was for, but we'll see. We shall see. What that discussion was regarding. Misfortunate is pushing on that tripod, trying to get through. Lunatic at the back, and Misfortunate gets lead jam. Lunatic gets through, stumbles, and it's a forearm call on General Carnage. Misfortunate puts up 4. It's told to keep skating. Just told keep going. Misfortunate, a couple bodies falling and stumbling. Both Misfortunate and Writer's Block are cycled back. And Misfortunate calls off that jam. They did get 3 for a total of 7, but Team Ontario was able to put up 8, just 1 extra point. 84 points now. 104 to 188. And we got a timeout called by Team Northern BC. Well, we got this timeout. Let's check out the penalties. A couple 4s, Lashes, Roller Square, and Misfortunate. No one in penalty trouble yet, especially with 8 minutes left. And for Team Ontario, Beef Papa. Still 0 penalties. Not too shabby for a jammer. I'm going to get a quick scan at the points per jam. See how things have been rolling out. Lots of points there for Team Ontario. There's a middle of this first half, or second half. It was a little close for a while, and then Arya put up that 24-point jam, and then Team Ontario ran away with it after that. Three and a half minutes, or 8.5 minutes, sorry. Are you ready coming out to jam against Poison Ivy? Both jammers trying to push through. Arya comes through, runs into that is smashing a good time. Able to just keep on skating. Gets the signal to keep skating from the bench. Evie sneaks in there behind Arya. Drafts Arya on this inside corner. Pack is moving fast. Arya getting ready. Looks like they might be trying to do some jammer on jammer. Little stumble by Poison. Arya turns on the Jets, but Poison easily, quickly through on the inside. Chased by... And easy break, yelling for Arya to call it, and they do. You just have to say it enough times, and eventually they hear. You probably heard easy break call for Arya to call that about 6 or 7 times before they actually did. Wheelie Strong now jamming for Northern BC and Nerdy Birdie. 8 points apiece on that last jam. And birdie is through. Held up by Lashes. And does manage to get through. A little bit of a stumble. And General Carnage is taking now the star. Is your jammer on record for Northern BC. Birdie gets through. Was held back a little bit there. Was knocked out by Amy Grindhouse and opts to call it off instead of getting cycled back. Did pick up a pair of points. Puts Team Ontario just under the 200 mark. Beef Papa coming out now to try and put them over that 200. Left hook Lola. And we matching up against Beef Papa. Beef Papa pushing through. That's now roller square. There was some excellent help there on Ankry to try and get Beef Papa free, but it couldn't quite get it. Beef Papa asks for some help and gets it. Lola is now taking off the star. Catches themselves so they don't take that cut penalty. Beef Papa bumps into their own blocker. Runs into the back, a smashing good time. Only slows them down a bit. They still do manage to get that 4 points. Pandemonia gets that star. Doesn't manage to score any. An easy break is on the corner here, is running over her. Advising the bench. And they're going to call for an official review. So Easy Break saw something on this outside corner here. Saying they got to call this official review. Once Easy Break comes over, I'll ask them what it was for. So Easy Break's hoping that they caught the Ontario jammer go out of bounds and then come in front of two of their own blockers. You can cut one of your own blockers, but not two. So they're hoping for this call. It's 5 minutes. Like, you have the official review, you might as well use it. Worst case, you get a longer than 1 minute timeout. If you win it, you get a power jam. The officials are going to discuss on the outside who saw what. See if there's enough evidence to support Easy Break's case. Aaron's nodding, saying thank you to the refs. It does not look like they won their official review. It was worth a shot. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Coming back, we got Nandy Corn jamming against Nerdy Birdie. Jam started. Nerdy Birdie quickly out. Team Ontario now over that 200 points. Nandy Corn seeing what they could do. Birdie coming through. Calls off the jam, hoping for 4. And they did get 4. Just over 4 minutes now left. 207 to 112. 95 points. The jam is on. Misfortune now going against Lunatic, and Lunatic is quickly through on the outside. Helping to protect this Ontario lead. It is insurmountable. We've only seen a 29-point lead jam this weekend, just once. And we don't have enough time for 3 jams. Misfortune has taken off the star, but is cycled back by all the Ontario blockers. Lunatic trying to get through. That's Angry. Oh, and the wheel deal. And roller square there with a solid tripod. And Pyromagniac is now headed to the box. The Genuine power penalty box. Once again, our penalty box is sponsored by Genuine, who is also one of our officials this weekend. So Genuine can send you to the Genuine penalty box. And we got a power jam now. Pandemonia has taken the star. Lunatic has called off that jam. We're just able to put up 8 points total. 2 points for Northern BC. With just over 2 minutes left. 101 points. Pandemonia starting this jam in the box. As will Pyromagniac. Beef Pop on the Trail Appliances jam line. Your scoreboard announcements are brought to you by Youth Singers of Calgary Men's Roller Derby Association Championship taking place in Salem, Oregon. Beef Papa takes a shot but able to stay up and in. General Carnage with some excellent work there trying to hold him back, but you just can't hold skaters back sometimes. The pack is moving fast. Ontario slowing down to try and force a no pack. Beef Papa comes back in. And Pandemonia comes out of the box and gets out through. And Beef Papa has now taken a penalty. That means we are going to finish the game with this jam. This will be the last jam, as the clock will run out 10 seconds before this jam does. And excellent work there on the outside, staying in by Pandemonia. Straddling that line. Actually not straddling because they were inside it. Tries to dip past the Ontario blocker, able to stay in. Looking for some more points. Beef Papa's back in. Grindhouse is off to the box. Beef Papa has 3 blockers to get past. Stand and spin, stand and spin. Just has to get past Lashes now. Quickly spinning around. Puts up 4. And Pandemonia almost gets past and knocked down at the outside there. Looks like we got, finish adding our points up. We got 4 more points for Team Northern BC to 122. Pandemonia is exhausted, not hurt, luckily. Your unofficial final score, Team Northern BC 122, Team Ontario 222. Now that we've had the rolling whistle, you are free to stand up and get your high fives. Reminder once again, you can go online and vote for your favorite player at the Flat Track Fever Facebook page. And we'll see you tomorrow morning on this track here, track 2, 9:15 a.m. We got West Coast Spirit taking on Rocky View Roller Derby. It's a junior game. And on track 1 at 9, we got the NF Bombs taking on Team Divergence. We will see you all then, and have a good night.